Just because your lender said cleared to close does not mean you should relax. This is one of the most fragile parts of the mortgage process, and people mess it up all the time by making totally avoidable mistakes. Before we jump into the critical stuff, make sure to subscribe. I break down the mortgage process so you don't get burned. And if you're already cleared to close, congratulations, but stay with me because one mistake could cost you your dream home. Here's the important things not to do after you're cleared to close, but prior to closing. First of all, don't open new credit accounts. Opening a credit card or financing furniture for the new house might seem harmless, but it can change your credit score and your debt to income ratio. Lenders will do a final credit check before closing, and a new account could raise your debt to income and even lead your loan to being declined. I'll tell you the story about a client of mine named Jackie who was upgrading to a bigger, nicer home. She was so excited. She had this big home to furnish, so she went out a couple days before closing and she furnished the entire home. She took out a line of credit with a furniture store. And just before closing, the underwriter did their final credit check and saw it, and it actually caused Jackie's loan not to qualify. So she had to return all the furniture, cancel the account, and that was the only way that she was able to actually buy the home. So don't make that mistake. And along the same lines, even if it's in cash, don't make big purchases prior to closing, like cars or appliances. It can be really tempting to shop for your new home and your new life, but large transactions can affect your cash reserves, your amount of money available for down payment, and they can consider or trigger a huge concern from your lender or from your underwriter. So keep your financial profile exactly the same until after you close the deal. Do not switch jobs or quit your job. Even if it's a better paying job, switching roles can alter your income, can delay your final income verification, and it can absolutely tank your loan approval. Lenders require employment stability. So any changes at all that you're going to do should happen after the deal closes. Any changes that happen during the process will require a rerunning of the automated underwriting system or a re-underwriting of your loan. And you definitely want to stay away from that and the hurdles that could come up as a result. Don't co-sign for anything. Co-signing means you're financially responsible for somebody else's debt. And that added risk is going to affect your debt to income qualification and your mortgage approval. Underwriters could view this as a red flag, so just don't do it. Don't co-sign, don't mess with anything like that. Don't ignore your lender requests. So once you're cleared to close, make sure you keep communications open. Your lender is still generally going to need updated documents or confirmation. So delays on your part getting that done could delay closing or even kill your deal. Stay in close communication and respond immediately as quickly as you can to any requests. Now, generally a day or two before the closing, we're going to get the final numbers down to the penny and we'll go over these with you. This is going to be the exact amount of your payment, how much money you need for closing, etc. So this is when you're going to want to figure out how you're going to get the money from your account over to your title company, attorney, whoever's doing your closing. The main options are going to be either a wire transfer or a certified bank check. So figure out how your attorney wants those and make sure you follow their instructions. If you're going to be wiring funds, it's very important that you verify the wiring instructions before you send them directly with the recipient. There's a lot of wire fraud going on right now, and by you double verifying those instructions, you can make sure that your money is going to the right place. The last step is going to be satisfying funding conditions. So after you sign the documents, there are still certain documents that have to be reviewed. There may be a final credit supplement or proof of funds. So make sure that you're tuned in all the way until the funding is complete and you get the keys to your home. Do not skip the final walkthrough. The final walkthrough is your last chance to verify the condition of the home and that it's in the same condition as when you signed the offer and what you're expecting. So if anything's off at this phase, if there's property damage, missing appliances, or even unfinished repairs, you can still renegotiate before the funds are released, before you sign that dotted line. Getting clear to close is a big deal, but it's not the finish line. So think of it as a green light with a couple final hurdles. You want to stay smart and not take any unnecessary risks, and you'll walk away with the keys in your hands. Now, if you found this video helpful, check out my last video, The Truth About Escrow Refunds, that nobody explains. So you'll understand what happens after you close. It's money you could be leaving on the table.